Oh, yeah,
You know?
We're good to go, Pastor Charles.
Hey, Shalom, we out here once again. Today's date is, what's today's date?
The 19th.
19th.
Damn,
Wow.
already.
January 19th, 2020, year of prophecy. And the prophecy's been popping off like popcorn. Anyway, we're going to go right into it, man. Hey, how you doing, sister? All right, there she go. There she go. Yeah, there she go.
Oh, hey.
How you doing? How you
All
doing?
right.
I've been preaching it too about everything.
Oh, good. Well, we gave you a lot. We gave you a lot of information. Yep.
Yeah, you
That's
sure
right.
did.
That's
Something
right.
already you confirmed it.
That's it. That's it. But you know when you get good at it, when you hear it time and time, it's in your spirit.
Did I tell somebody in there, a security guard, she said,
No, just hang up.
how you know about the Bible with the white man? I said, listen, because everything that's happening is in the Bible. Well, white men did it. Wait a minute,
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know.
They don't. That's
They
what
don't
it is.
know.
They don't read the Bible thoroughly, so they
Right,
don't know.
right.
It was a pleasure seeing y'all. God bless.
All right.
Take care. Take care. God bless you. Yeah, last week I tried to if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. I had a list of scriptures that I wanted to read. I think we got one scripture off, which is Revelation 18, verse 20. Now, this is on the saints. I have put this thing and I never went into it.
All right.
And I tried to do it. So let's see where we go with this one. Revelation 18, verse 20.
Okay. The book of Revelation.
You might want to start up a verse or two if you see fit.
Okay. The book of Revelation 18. 18 and 17, I guess. The book of Revelation 18 and 17.
You know what? Start at one. Start at one.
Start at one.
But I'm gonna start one. If you're gonna start going up, you know.
Come.
Go ahead. Let's go.
And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hole of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
In a nutshell, we've been through this many a times. That's talking about Babylon the Great being destroyed, the daughter of Babylon being destroyed. Go ahead.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance
And that's
of...
obvious. You got these scholars, biblical scholars, Christian authorities, experts in the Bible, experts in the book of Revelation, prophetic experts, that they went to the best schools, like these schools got the truth. You know? Read that again, please. Read that part again.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Yeah, this is a world system. This right here is a world system that we're living in. All right, go ahead.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Now, how many kings on the earth? There's many kings. Anybody that's in a rulership position is a king.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is a king. You know, because when you look up the word king, go to blue letter, and go to that scripture and look up and click on the word king. King just means a ruler.
Revelation 18 and 3.
Okay.
It just means a ruler. You got small kings and great kings. Go ahead.
You got it?
Yeah, as soon as you find it, bring it on out. Because when you read about the king of Babylon in Isaiah the 14th chapter, that's talking about, currently right now, it's talking about
King.
Donald J. Trump.
The name king.
Now you got rulers behind the king. I believe that was happening back during the time of the Roman emperors, the Roman Caesars. You had rulers behind them telling what to do. Then you had some of them that wanted to do their own thing, and then they got them out of here. You know, assassination, or humiliate them. You know, all kind of ways. You know.
So the word kings in Revelation 18 verse 3 is basileas.
Yeah, that's Greek. Basileus, which means king. Go ahead.
It says a king, English basil, For example, Matthew 1:6 is use of the Roman emperor in 1 Peter 2:13 and verse 17.
Hold on, read that again and go to 1 Peter 2. What is it?
It's, 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 13.
Somebody go to that real quick.
And verse 17.
Because you can say, well, that's not talking about America because there was no kings. There was no kings. Well, anybody that's a leader is a king.
What was that?
Whether he's a temporary king or not.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 13.
1 Peter 2 and 13. It says, submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake, whether it be to the king or supreme.
Okay, so who's the king?
As supreme.
Who's the king? The emperor, the Caesar.
Yeah.
And the Caesars wasn't really supposed to be king because they were set up by the Senate until another ruler came up. But they were actually kings.
And then verse 17 also.
Jumping down to 17, it says, honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear the Most High, honor the king.
Yeah, so you gotta keep the laws.
You gotta keep the peace.
And that's why the Apostle Paul said in Romans 13, 1 and 2. Get that real quick. Because you had zealots and these guys that wanted to bring the Roman Empire down, and Paul said, no, you going off. The Most High set these people up, man.
Romans 13, 1 and 2. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Heavenly Father.
Who's the powers that be? Back then, during the time of the Apostle Paul, was the Romans. the powers that be were the Romans. So that's why the Apostle Paul went before Agrippa, he went before Felix, he went before those authorities, man. And that was a fulfillment of Matthew's 10. You're gonna be brought before governors and kings for my name's sake.
Right. Think not what you're gonna say.
And then, and when the Apostle Paul presented himself and said what he had to say, they would say this guy ain't saying nothing wrong.
Yeah. Right.
So that's why he said what he said in Romans. What is that?
13.
Romans 13, 1 and 2.
Showing you that this is not our will. This is the Lord's will.
That's right.
Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of the Heavenly Father, and they that resist.
Who's the power? The power is the Roman Empire. Yeah, so who's the power now? The revised Roman Empire. This ain't nothing but the revised Roman Empire.
All over again.
All over again. That's why when you go down to D.C., if you ever been down there, I've been down there a bunch of times. You go to the Capitol building, the structure's right where D.C. is, where government is. It's all set up looking like a scene out of a Roman movie, man, because that's Rome all over again.
Peace, brother.
Right, brother.
Right.
He said peace.
He said peace, God.
Shalom, brother. That's right. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Whoso therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of the Heavenly Father.
So when you come against the ruling structure that was set up, you're really coming against the Most High. Because the Most High set up Esau. Give me that, what is that, Daniel 4, I believe it's Daniel 4:17 if I'm not mistaken. Set up one and put down one and bring us up another. This is the Most High's program. I was thinking about Yaquan, the way he used to teach, and he used to always start off, he said, this whole thing is about negative and positive.
Yeah, he always said that.
Yep.
I got the one in Psalms. You got the one in
Daniel 4 and 17.
Go ahead.
It says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers.
Who the watchers? The angels. The angel them. Go ahead.
And the demand by the word of the holy ones.
And the demand by the word of the holy one. Go ahead.
To the intent that the living may know.
The living. Who are the living? Anybody that you see. All the people that came out of one of the three sons of Noah, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. People don't even know that, man. They don't even realize that every person that you see walking up and down the street that you encounter, it comes from one of the sons of Noah.
Yeah.
They don't know that. Because they don't know the scriptures. Go ahead.
To the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
That the Most High is a ruler. So Esau ain't ruling a damn thing, man.
Yep.
He said that he's the God. And give me that in Ezekiel 28. How you doing? Go ahead.
That the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Jake, recognize. They see you. They don't got. They can see you. They can see you just like that and recognize there's something spiritual about these guys. That's why the sister, she kind of acknowledged. She kind of,
Right.
They know. People know, man. Especially Jake.
Yeah, especially Jake. Yeah.
That's them horses, man. We're trying to bring them back to the barn, baby.
They-
Go ahead.
They're running loose. You call for Ezekiel.
Yeah, Ezekiel 28. You want to start from the top?
Yeah.
Ezekiel 28, verse 1. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord
Now,
power.
the prince of Tyrus, you did have a prince of Tyrus. You had a king of Babylon. But who do these kingdoms represent now? Because that already took place. So who does this represent now? It represents America. It represents not just America. It represents the current system, which is the European system, which are nothing but a bunch of Edomites.
God.
And I have yet to find an Edomite to come and admit that he was an Edomite. They don't want to deal with that. They don't like that word Esau, Edomites. They don't like that. They don't like that name. They don't like that word. Go ahead.
Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God.
Right, they sit in the seat of God. They have the power to go. Hey, look, Donald Trump made an order to kill a general, a top general over there in Iran. I think it happened in Iran. And you know what? It was in the news. Now it's out of the news. Now he killed the top dictator, man. Why? Because they're in the power seat.
Fine.
And Iran can't really do nothing because they don't have the power. They have to get a company of nations, and that's when they're gonna get them. That's when they're gonna get them, man.
Con.
That was clearly a declaration of war. But in war, there's strategies. You see?
Con.
Go ahead.
In the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man.
That thou art a man. It's gonna be found out that Esau is nothing but a man. That his lineage, his fathers is found in the scriptures. Esau. Why do you think we keep calling you an Edomite? Because that's what you are, man. Are you gonna call us hateful people for telling you the truth?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Not-
Give me that Galatians 4:16.
I was going to say, Apostle, this is a direct link to Isaiah, the 14th chapter, when it says, art thou
Yeah, you
the
will
man.
go bring that out.
Yeah.
Bring that out. Esau is not accustomed to the truth, man. He's been living in so many lies that when the truth come and hit him,
He's in
and
denial.
you be eating junk food and then you eat some good food, that healthy food will make you sick. Because your body's so used to that garbage,
Yeah, that junk food, yeah.
that junk, you know?
Give me a second.
I got the one Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Yeah, because we're the prophets we're the prophets to the nation, not to a nation, but to the nation. That's why we can tell you who you are. All right, go ahead. Let's come back.
Okay. So I'm looking for, is this the man? Let's see.
That's Isaiah 14 and 16. Is it?
Yeah, around there.
Okay, yep. The water. Isaiah 14, verse 16. It says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man?
You know what you want to do? Go up to the 5th verse.
Isaiah 14, verse 5. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked. And
The wicked. Malachi 1 tell you the wicked. The answer to the scriptures is another scripture. Precept upon precept, line
precept.
upon line. Here a little and there a little.
Yep, that's right.
Go ahead.
the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
So he's being broken right now. Give me Isaiah 47 and 1 on down.
Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no
virgin
throne.
daughter of Babylon. We know that's not talking about ancient Babylon. The daughter of Babylon. This system is the spiritual daughter of Babylon. Go ahead.
Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks.
You got Edomites that are out there working minimum wage jobs. Get a lot of homeless. I be watching on YouTube. You got a homeless list. Man, there's a lot of Edomites, man, that had good jobs, corporate jobs, that are straight up homeless. There was one guy, he had a high position, he was making a lot of money, and he had a heart attack and he couldn't work, and all the money that he had saved, he had to use it to help to pay the doctors. You know?
Yeah.
He had to come out with cash money. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's one of the main things that bring down these devils. The what's that, healthcare?
The health.
The healthcare is so expensive.
Basically, in order for you to get the proper health care, you got to be poor. You got to be poor, man.
That's
You got to be making a little money. If you make too much money, then if you don't have an insurance plan, they'll make you pay a lot of money out of your pocket. So a lot of these Edomites, they got money, they go broke. If you're worth a couple of $1 million, then they go right down to being a homeless person.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
And their shame shall be seen, man. Go ahead.
I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
And the Most High is coming as a spirit. Go ahead.
As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wroth with my people, and I have...
People of the Most High, Israelites, he was wroth with his people. How wroth that he put us in hardcore slavery, man. Yeah. You know? That he had us working in the field, can't see in the morning or can't see at night. Working in the field, getting whipped, getting beaten. Even to this day. We've been in hell, man. We've been in more hell than hardcore slavery, chattel slavery, but we still in hell right now. Scripture said we are subject under payments.
Yep.
You know, you go past a light, the light just went from yellow to red, and you knew you went under the yellow light, and the police stopped you, and it's your word against his, and it's a high fine, man. You know? Go ahead.
I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and gave them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient as thou verily heavily.
The Most High said, I'm going to get you good. I'm going to get you good. I'm going to be hard on your old people, your young people. You know? I'm going to be hard on all of y'all. And I'm going to take my name from you so you don't call on me. Go ahead.
Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou verily heavily laid thy yoke.
Go ahead.
And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever. So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it.
And that's Esau and his rulership. You know? He said he's not going to never be brought down. So, go ahead.
Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures.
Thou that art given to pleasures would take you right back to Revelation 18 chapter. Go ahead.
That dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
They're the power. They're not going to ever be brought down. Right. That's what they said during the Roman Empire. Yep. The Roman Empire, the rulership is really of Esau, is really 12 Caesars. 12 rulers. Now, Julius wasn't called a Caesar, but the name Caesar was after his name, Julius Caesar. So there were 12 of them. From Julius Caesar all the way up to Domitian, those were the 12.
Got a quick piece of question. Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
They call their lands after their own names. So anything that they take over, they put their name on it. Like in the video that I did that's up now on YouTube called Daniel 11 took place long before our Lord came on the earth, I think I called it. And I went into how prophecy works. And there was certain prophecies that took place already. So to show you that in Daniel 11 chapter, the whole book of Daniel 11 the whole book of Daniel 11 chapter already took place. Let's go.
Isaiah 47:8. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures.
Thou that are given to pleasures. That's a revelation. Where you reading from?
Isaiah 47:8.
Right. That goes hand in hand with Revelation the 18th chapter. No, we already got that. Go ahead.
Thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thine heart.
That dwelleth carelessly. Because you think you got your guards down. And that's Nahum. Go to Nahum 3.
Nahum chapter 3, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey deported
Now
not.
we know that there was a city called Nineveh, but this is talking about what? It's talking about America right now. It's talking about this current system. Go ahead.
Noise of a whip, and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and of the prancing horses, and of the jumping chariots.
So what would be the prancing horses and the jumping chariots today? Your cars, your trucks, your buses, your planes, your ships. Go ahead.
The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and
that bright sword and glittering spear is talking about these ICBMs, because that's the thing that's going to take this place out in an hour. Go ahead.
And a great number of carcasses, and there is none end to their corpses.
Yeah, that's when that final war comes. That's when the war of Armageddon takes place. That's going to change the whole world, man. The Most High is going to utterly destroy this system by fire, and then we're going to come down and we're going to have the slaves and build it back up. Go ahead.
They stumble upon their corpses because of the multitude of the warders of the well-favored harlot.
Who's the well-favored harlot? America. You know, back in the day, everybody's dream was to come to America. America was streets are paved with gold, and you become rich overnight, you know? The only ones that became rich off of Babylon or America were these foreigners that made products. Now it's China, you know? Go ahead.
The mistress of witchcraft.
The mistress is the term mistress is a term.
Empire?
No, but mistress is a term in a brothel. The head woman.
All right.
She's a mistress, which means she's a female master.
The madam.
The mistress. Go ahead. Where you reading from?
Nahum chapter 3.
Go ahead.
That selleth nations to
Because
her
all these
whoredoms.
scriptures sound the same to me, man. You know, it's the same prophecy written a little
Different,
differently.
yeah.
So you know.
That's
Yeah,
basically
and the word mistress means master.
Yeah, it
and
means
feminine.
master, female master,
Yeah,
female
yeah.
master. Mistress means female master.
Yep.
Babylon is known as the daughter of Babylon. So this is the female, female spirit.
Yep.
Go ahead.
That selleth nations to her whoredoms,
Go ahead.
and families to her witchcrafts.
And families do a witchcraft.
Yep.
What did they do in slavery? They broke up families, man. That was a heinous crime.
Yeah.
Heinous. Go ahead.
Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and I will
So
discover.
the Most High saying he's against you. Just like he was against Nahum, just like he was against, not Nahum, Nineveh, just like he was against Tyrus, just like he was against Egypt. He's against this place. Go ahead.
And I will discover thy skirts upon thy face.
What does that mean? The whole world's gonna see the shame of you. Go ahead.
And I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame.
I will what? Read that again.
And I will shew the nations thy nakedness,
Thy nakedness. Go ahead. The hypocrisy. Go ahead.
and the kingdoms thy
And
shame.
the kingdom's thy shame. Go ahead.
And I will cast abominable filth upon thee,
Go ahead.
and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock.
As a gazing stock, because everybody look when they got anytime when Trump put that order out to kill that general, that thing went out through all the whole planet Earth, man. You know how many news companies there are out there? You can't even keep count of them, man. There's all kind of news channels. If you go to MyBro or MyDro, whatever it is, there's got a section where it just says news. And they got hundreds of news stations, man.
Yeah, local and universal.
Local and universal. So the revolution, which was the destruction of Babylon, is going to be televised, man. Go ahead.
Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shame for glory.
Man, since your brothers came here, it got cold, man. Y'all brought the cold.
I brought the cold with y'all.
The hell with y'all.
Thou art filled with shame for glory.
Got some nerve bringing the cold like that.
Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskins be uncovered.
Where you reading from?
Habakkuk 2:16. Matter of fact, yeah. Thou art filled with.
That's another one you can read that whole chapter. That's another one you can read from the top. That goes right. That's a flow. That's like a beautiful song right there.
Yeah.
Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Yeah, Elder Pastor, there's a couple of articles out on how when the World Trade Centers went down, they found slave ships under.
There goes your slave ship for the Moors.
Yep.
Where's the slave ships at? They're under the World Trade Center, man.
Yeah. Because they used
Where's
to,
the 52 Chevys at?
around, I think you said it.
I saw a movie with 52 Chevys driving up and down the street. 50s, man. Where they at? They get broken down like anything else.
Yep.
Go back to the earth.
Yeah, George Carlin said this country's circling the drain.
Circling the drain. Yep.
Oh, the things we
Spirit.
sorry.
No, you got
The things we just seen are temporary.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Bring it out. Go ahead, bring the
Oh.
precept, and you're going to come back to him anyway.
Or another example, that guy Ricky Gervais.
Yeah,
The actor,
oh yeah, that's why they
that
keep
monologue.
That's
Oh
why
my
they
goodness,
keep,
man.
Oh, that's why they keep bringing him out because they
Yeah.
like to be insulted.
Yeah.
And all he's doing is telling the truth, which
All
he's
he-
a Jake.
he's
he ain't
Jake.
no Edomite.
Nah,
man,
nah.
that dude ain't no Edom. He's a
Nah,
straight up
nah,
Jake.
you got
man.
nothing but flavor.
He got nothing but flavor.
Yeah. He was cursing out those Hollywood bigwigs. Basically, he called them pedos, weirdos.
Right.
What didn't he call them? In that monologue, you saw the monologue.
Well, the first time he did it was we talking about 4 years ago, back in 2016. So they said we're not going to let him on no more. But then the following year they let him on again. They let because they loved it, just like Richard Pryor. He talked about Esau telling the truth, and Esau loved it. Esau loves to be cursed out, man.
Yeah. Cause he know he ain't right.
Yeah. Damn devil. You got it.
Go ahead.
It makes him feel better.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1 to points in 3. But
Well, we were reading that, but go ahead, read it again. No, go ahead, read it again.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans."
Now, what does dust represent? It represent confusion. They don't have any answers to their plight. Go ahead.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, what's happening? Everybody's leaving out of America. That's in Isaiah 13. Somebody get that? Go right to that point. And that's another scripture you can read. You can read the whole chapter. Shalom, man. Go ahead.
It says, verse 2, "Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers."
And locks are not dreadlocks. Locks are strands of hair, like Goldilocks. Goldilocks didn't have dreadlocks. She had hair that she twirled together, straight Edomite hair, and that was a lock. So read that part again.
It says, take the millstones, grind mill, and uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg, uncover thy thigh.
Make bare the leg, meaning your nakedness shall be seen. Go ahead.
Pass over the rivers.
Pass over. Go into the other side of the world. Go ahead.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Because what do you have in this country? And years ago, you had prayer in schools. You had the blue laws.
10 Commandments.
You had the 10 Commandments. You had movies about, even though they had Edomites played in different actors. And then back in the military, they had a movie called Biloxi Blues, I think it was called. I don't know if you saw that movie. It's a good movie. And there was this one guy in the movie that was popping this other guy, and the top captains found out who it was, and they went to get him, and he ran out. He jumped out of the damn window. I mean, he didn't die because that was not tolerated. Now, don't ask, don't tell. And then that's when Clinton came on the scene, and then Barack Obama. What did he say? What did he say?
We're not a country that.
Yeah, but he said he called it something. He called it something.
Don't ask, don't tell. He said.
I forget how he said it, but
we
he
are
basically said you can openly be gay.
Okay.
You can openly be gay.
He said, "E pluribus unum." Yeah. Out of many, one.
Yeah, that was for the inside. That was for the inside. Man. So in this society, you can be a man can walk down the street with another man, both looking like men. One could be dressed up as a woman, the other one could be dressed up as a man. But it's obvious the one dressed up as a woman is a man. Or the both of them could dress up as woman and walk down the street, you know? But if you deal with a prostitute, they're gonna arrest your ass and make you, you should be ashamed of yourself. They're gonna call it, and that's immoral. But it's moral for a man to walk down the street dressed up like a damn woman. So read that again. Read that verse again.
It says, take the millstones, grind mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the legs.
And that's what it means. Make bare the legs. So these nations are seeing you, man.
Seeing the shame.
And then now it's accepted. Like if you say something negative against anything I just mentioned, they're looking at you like you're the bad guy. Go ahead.
Yeah, one time they back in England, if you were homosexual, they call it boogery.
Boogery, yep.
Act of boogery. It was punishable, I believe, by death. The act of boogery.
That's what Jake was doing.
Yeah.
See, when Esau come up in this, come and take something, take a nation down or a kingdom down, he corrupts it, man.
Yeah. And it goes back to Genesis when the Lord told the serpent, "Dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life." Meaning, now a serpent don't eat dust, man. It means confusion, the man of confusion.
Yeah, they were confused in the cage. Most High brought him on a low state, like he did to the king of Babylon, actual Babylon. He made him grow feathers out of his back, grow nails, and think like he was an ox.
Yeah.
Ate grass. And then the Most High took that spirit out of his mind, and he came back and thinking like a man. And the Most High, that's what the Most High said. And the Most High ruling for the kingdom of men.
Yeah.
Look, man, I can make you turn into a damn dog.
Yep.
Like that cop. Was it
Oh yeah, Ravello. Yep. He was looking like a chicken, man. I told him, I said, "The Most High put your parachute in front of me, man." And sure enough, he did. He was in the middle of the street with a gun, waving around and quacking like a chicken, man.
Yeah, doing the funky chicken.
The Most High ruler for the kingdom of men. So when you read that above that, that was right after. And what did the king of Babylon say? He said, "That's the Most High."
Yeah.
Oh, even Antiochus the fourth said that. When the Most High plagued his ass, he started praising the Most High. He asked the Most High to forgive him. And that proves to you that you can't be forgiven. If now we got to start using that. You can't be, we used to use that. You can't be forgiven if you ask the Most High. If the Most High don't want to save you or deliver you or have mercy on you, what does it say in Romans 9? He will have mercy upon whom we have mercy. Did he have mercy? That's a video right there for you, brother. You better hurry up and do it before I can do it. Anyway, that proves that the most, you can ask for forgiveness, the Most High don't got to forgive you for a damn thing.
That's right. Hey, I got a quick precept. Hebrews 12 and 6.
Matter of fact, go to that in the Apocrypha. Somebody get that. As
Hebrews.
soon as you get it, bring it right out.
Can I read this?
That goes to the
Pastor?
front of the line.
Okay.
That
Somebody
goes
got
to the
that?
front of the line. Let's bring
That's,
it out right now.
What is that? First Maccabees 9? Is it? The
When
one with Antiochus?
when Antiochus got put to death.
I think it was First Maccabees 9, if I'm not mistaken.
I got a quick precept.
Go ahead.
Romans 9:16. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy.
That the Most High show of mercy.
And then when you go in Isaiah
So he's not
14,
going to show mercy to the Edomites. He's only going to show mercy. He's not going to show mercy to other nations. He's only going to show mercy to the Israelites. And not just the Israelites, only elected Israelites.
Isaiah 14 says, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel." So
I think I got it. Second
Got it.
Maccabees.
Second
Go ahead, go
okay,
ahead,
second.
go ahead, bring it on out.
This is Second Maccabees chapter 9, and verse 1. It says, about that time came Antiochus with this honor out of the country of Persia, for he had entered the city called Persepolis, and went about to rob the temple, and to hold the city, whereupon the multitude running to defend themselves with their weapons, put them to
Yo,
flight.
when he devoured the temple, what he did was he put pigs up in there, he burnt the temple down, destroyed the temple, and took the riches.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, and it so happened that Antiochus, being put to flight of the inhabitants, returned with shame.
Yeah, those people came up against him, and he had to flee. So he got mad, so he was going to take it out on the Israelites, on the kingdom of Judah. Go ahead.
Verse 3, now when he came to Ecbatane, the water, news was brought to him what had happened unto Nicanor and Timotheus. Then swelling with anger, he thought to avenge upon the Jews to the disgrace.
Just like
done.
I said, he said, I'm going to take it out on Judah.
yeah.
I'm going to take it out on them. Go ahead.
The disgrace done unto him by those that made him flee. Therefore commanded he his chariot man to drive without season, and to dispatch the journey, the judgment of the Most High now following him.
Oh, wow. Judgment of the Most High. He had an angel creeping up on him. He was in the chariot. Yeah. He had the angel creeping up on him, man. The Most High said, okay, jump on him right now. Go ahead. Go
For
ahead.
he had spoken proudly.
For he had spoken proudly. Somebody hold Herod.
Oh, yeah.
What is
Yep.
it? Herod,
Acts
Acts
9
12, I believe.
or 12.
12,
I believe
9
it's
or
12.
All right, but don't hold it. Don't bring it out yet. Go ahead.
It says,
Hold it. Don't bring it.
Yeah, I got it.
Go
it
ahead.
says, for he had spoken proudly in this sort, that he would come to Jerusalem and make it a common burying place.
He said, I'm
of
gonna
the
kill all of them. I'm gonna slaughter them, man. I'm gonna slaughter them.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 5, but the
Spurs,
Lord
jump.
Almighty,
jumping
Yahweh
on
of Israel,
everybody.
smote him with an incurable and invisible plague.
Go ahead.
For as soon as he had spoken these words,
As soon as he started popping shit, go ahead.
a pain of the bowels that was remediless came upon him.
Now we know somebody that died of that, man. That was colon cancer.
Yeah.
An acute case of colon cancer, man. And when you get colon cancer, brother, there's ways to get out of it. But if the Most High wants you to die that way, you dying a slow death. You dying a slow, agonizing death, man. Go ahead.
It says, and sore torments of the inner parts, and that
What's the inner part? Your guts,
Yeah.
your colon,
Intestines.
your stomach, your colon,
That's the immune system.
that which is your immune system. Yep. Go ahead.
and that most justly, for he had tormented other men's bowels with many and strange torments.
He had toy. The Most High got him because he was tearing out their bowels, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead. And that's how the Most High is gonna get this motherfucker right here, man. Excuse my French. Go ahead.
Howbeit, he nothing at all sees from his bragging,
Damn.
but
This is a
still
proud
was
devil.
Yeah, he was talking a lot of shit. Go ahead. Just like Esau is now. Esau is the pinnacle of his pride. Go ahead.
He was getting that pain. He was like, still gonna get him.
Yep.
But then that pain just kept increasing.
Yep. Go ahead.
It says, but still was filled with pride, breathing out fire in his rage against the Jews, and commanding to haste the journey. But it came to pass that he fell down from his chariot, carried violently, so that having a sore fall, all the members of his body were much pain. And thus he that a little afore thought he might command the waves of the sea, so proud was he beyond the condition of man.
Well, that guy reminds me. That might be. Hey, that might be Trump in the reincarnation. Because Trump is a proud. He's the proudest president
Ever.
Yeah. I mean, and that's fitting because he would have to be the last one.
Yeah.
He would have to be the last one. And damn it, he's gonna be president again. Damn it, Trump gonna be president again.
Yeah.
Because that Democratic crew is weak as shit, man.
Yeah,
Trump is gonna be president again. He's not going to be convicted of being impeached. And he's gonna win by a landslide, and he's going to be the one that shoot the missiles off, man. That start Armageddon. In my humble opinion, you know, we got to see.
Yeah, well, that's what that Edomite said. He ain't gonna lose. He said, "I'm my 45. I'm confident with my 45." That the Edomite said that because they told him about Trump being taken out of office. He said he ain't gonna get taken out of office.
Ready to go. He saw them Edomites
ready to go to war.
The Bible Belt Edomites, they're ready to go to war, man.
Yeah.
To keep that guy. That's their God, you know.
Yep.
That's their savior. Go ahead.
It says, and weighed the high mountains in a balance, was now cast on the ground and carried in an horse litter, showing forth unto all the manifest power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Damn.
Go ahead.
So that the worms rose up out of the body of this wicked man. And whilst he lived in sorrow and pain, his flesh fell away, and the filthiness of his smell was noisome to all his army.
Because he was riding from the inside out. Damn.
Yeah, the Most High put a voracious appetite on them worms, man. To go to town on his ass.
They're basically eating them outside.
From the inside out.
Yeah.
Inside out.
And they're supposed to wait till he's dead to eat him, you know? Yeah.
Well, you know, when you get something, a foot amputated, that's dead skin. There's a medical term for
Gangrene?
Yeah, it's gangrene, but there's another term for it. And basically, what they'll do to actually confirm it is there's maggots eating away at you. You know, the only thing you can stop it is by bringing the flesh back to life or just cutting the leg off, that it does not spread. So there was a form of gangrene inside of him that was eating away at him. The Most High gave him a terrible death. And now I'm thinking about it, that's probably Trump, you know? Go ahead.
Verse 10, and the man that thought a little afore he could reach to the stars of heaven, no man could endure to carry for his intolerable stink.
Damn.
Here, go ahead, you got something to say?
No, just what you just said just dawned on me, because you know Trump just threatened to take down 52 national sites.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yep, that's right.
That pride.
That's right. Well, he was definitely one of them guys, or a couple of them guys. He could have came back a couple of times, but he was either Antiochus IV, or he was. And somebody, matter of fact, somebody get me a hold on deck, Daniel, the 8th chapter, and go right to the point. Go to the point of the king of Greca.
That's around the 20th verse.
Something like that.
Yeah, 8 I got it.
Go ahead.
Daniel's 8 and 21. And the rough goat is the king of Greca, and the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king.
This is Alexander. Go ahead.
Now that being broken,
which, by the way, he had much love and respect for the Israelites, and he didn't take their money. He didn't put tribute on them.
Right.
And he let them do what they wanted to do because he had that dream. All right. Go ahead. Read on.
Now that being broken, whereas 4 stood up for it, 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation, but not in his power.
Go ahead.
And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences.
Well, why did you understand dark sentences? Because they were giving them intel. That was Antiochus. Go ahead.
shall stand up,
So stand up. That was Antiochus the fourth. Go ahead.
and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power,
Yeah, because he had mercenary armies. Go ahead.
and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people.
Who's the mighty and the holy people? The Israelites. Go ahead.
And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Now look up the word policy in the common. Go to Google and look up the word policy.
Got it.
Go ahead.
Policy, a course or principle of action adopted or proposed by a government.
Good. That's
Party.
all I wanted. That's all I wanted to know. All right. Go ahead.
And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his
And
hand.
through his government edicts. Go ahead.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart. Proud. This is the same man that we're reading about with the colon. You know, with him, the bad colon.
Sounded great.
The
The man with the
man with
colon,
the bad colon. Go ahead.
like Christopher Colon.
Go ahead.
And by peace shall destroy many.
By peace shall he destroy them. Well, we're doing it justifiable. We had to do it. We had to kill this guy, this general, because he's going to declare, you know, he's about, we have information that he's going to bring terrorist attack. So then now they're asking, they've been asking them, well, where's the evidence of that? And then they didn't have none.
Yep.
You know, they didn't have none.
They
Like
said
they
those
never
exact
do.
words, though. You said they say since we kill them, the world is safe.
Yeah. See, they'll play. That's their policies, man. Their power is in their words, man. Go ahead.
He shall also stand up against the prince of princes,
Meaning he's gonna defy the spiritual realm. Go ahead.
but he shall be broken without
Without
hand.
hand.
He's gonna be broken without hands. Meaning what? The Most High is gonna put a plague him in the stomach. I'm saying now. Let's go back to the account.
All right, this is back in 2nd Maccabees chapter 9, verse 10. And the man that thought a little afore he could reach to the stars of heaven, no man could endure to carry his intolerable stink. Here, therefore, being plagued, he began to leave off his great pride, and to come to the knowledge of himself by the scourge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, his pain increasing every moment.
Go ahead.
And when he himself could not abide his own smell,
Go ahead.
he said these words: "It is meet to be subject unto the Most High."
Hold up. Now this is an Edomite saying that it's good to be subject unto the Most. Here he's praising the Most High. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It says, "And that a man that is mortal should not proudly think of himself as if he were the Most High."
So he was thinking he was acting like he was the Most High, man. Go ahead.
This wicked person vowed also unto the Lord, who now no more would have mercy upon him, saying thus, that the holy city to the which he was going in haste to lay it even with the ground, and to make it a common burying place, he was set at liberty. And as touching the Jews whom he had judged not worthy,
So pretty much he's repentant.
Yeah, he's repenting. He's actually, well, he's not, ain't no pretty much, he's repenting straight up.
Gone.
If you read it again, he praised the Most High. He said nobody should be proud.
God.
It's the Most High. Nobody should think they're south because the Most High. There's one Most High. So he's asking for, he's looking for forgiveness. Go ahead.
it says, as touching the Jews whom he had judged not worthy so much as to be buried, but to be cast out with their children, to be devoured of the fowls.
No, hold up. To be cast out with their children. Now, when you go to 1 Maccabees 1 and you read down into around the 50th verse on down, it tells you that he put out an order not to circumcise your boy child, children. And when he found out that there was women that was doing it anyway, he was hanging the women, he was killing the women and hanging the babies. The babies that was circumcised, he was just killing them. He was hanging them.
Is that gonna blow away? Back.
Go ahead.
I got a quick precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
Zechariah 2 and 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory have he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye.
We're the apple of the Most High's eye. We're the apple of the Most High's eye. So we're special. Go ahead. So when this Edomite comes down on us, that's when the Most High is going to intervene. He's going to jack this place up, man. Somebody give me Daniel 12:1. This man's getting ready to go down, man.
Yep. He's gonna go down with violence, as it says in
That's
Revelation.
Revelation 18. Yep.
Yep.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people.
Which are the Israelites. Go ahead.
And there should be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation.
Jacob's trouble. Go ahead.
Even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered.
And at that time, the time of Jacob's trouble, when all hell breaks loose. You know, when Second Ezra, the 15th chapter is full swing, and Second Ezra, the 16th chapter is in full swing. Then Second Ezra, the 13th chapter is going to be in full swing. And it's going to be publicized. It's going to be on all the news medias, you know, all the news medias around the world, and they're going to see the ships.
So we see the ships.
Go ahead, read on.
And at that time.
Yeah, that's
go
right.
ahead.
Thy people shall be delivered.
Who's thy people? The Israelites.
Yep.
Not a Hamite over here that believes he's Christian, and Edomite over there, and vocab back over there. No, just the Israelites. Go ahead.
Everyone that shall be found written in the book.
Oh, everyone found written in the book. Who's written in the book? Not all Israelites.
The elect.
The elect. And I did a video on that a couple of weeks ago. Go ahead. The book of life. Yep. Lamb's book of life. Only the elect are written in the Lamb's book of life. Go ahead.
And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
Some to shame and everlasting contempt. The ones that's going to wake up to everlasting life are the elect and Israel, and the ones that's going to wake up to shame and everlasting contempt are the other nations, man. Because our people, they're going to be contemptible, but they're going to come out of it. But Esau, he's going to be in shame and everlasting contempt, because it tells you some shall be bound. Give me that in 2nd Ezra 13th chapter. It says some shall be happy, some shall be bound. That's slavery right there. That's why Esau is losing sleep.
This is 2nd Ezra 13 and 12. Afterward saw I the same man come down from the mountain,
Which is our Lord, Yahweh Shai. And see this book right here, the Apocrypha, that's a heavy book. That's why the Christians don't read all that book. That's extra knowledge that the Most High gave us.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
it says, come down from the mountain and call unto him another peaceable multitude.
The peaceable multitude are the Israelites starting with the elect.
And there came
But
much,
they're going to be in the ships. Go ahead.
and there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad.
Some were glad. Who's going to be glad?
The
The
elect.
ones that made it. The elect of Israel. But hopefully, it's us.
Con.
You got to say that, we know we're going to make it, but you got to hope that we're going to make it.
Prisoners of
You got to
hope.
be prisoners of hope. Go ahead.
Con. Some were sorry.
Some were sorry. Go ahead. Who's going to be sorry? Sarnetta and them?
Yep,
all
two-thirds.
them jakes that was been coming up against us? All the scoffers. The scoffers, they're going to be sorry, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead. And you scoffers ain't going to get no crowns on your head, man.
That's right.
You get it. You going to get knocked in the head.
Gonna get
Knots.
crowned.
Knots. You
Knock
gotta
you
get
in the
knots.
head, boy.
They're gonna get brain.
Yeah, well, they're eventually gonna get. They're gonna make us
Yeah.
crown.
They
They'll
serve
get
their
a foot in
purpose.
their ass, and they're gonna get a crown on their head. Go ahead.
They serve their purpose.
Yep.
And some of them were bound.
Oh, some of them were bound. What
Yeah,
does that
God.
mean? What the hell does that mean?
Oh, I got
They're gonna be tied up. Somebody get me. There's all kind of scriptures we can hit now.
Yeah.
Psalms.
Isaiah, Psalms, 149, Isaiah 24.
Yeah, I got the one Isaiah 24.
And this is what Esau don't. This is the part that Esau don't like. He don't like the 2020. The year of prophecy.
Nah.
You know, he don't like the fact that I call this the year of prophecy.
Came in with a
Because
bang.
everything is moving quick.
Yep.
Here it is, 20, but not even 20 days. You see how many prophecies and all this shit, you know,
Popping off.
Go ahead, I bring it on out.
Precept of prophecy.
Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 20, 24. The Lord of hosts has sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass. And as I have purposed, so shall it stand.
That's it. That's it.
That I will break the Assyrian in my land.
Who's the Assyrian? We know that there was an ancient Assyrian, all right?
Yep.
But this is talking about the new Assyrian.
Yep. America. Nineveh.
America.
Nineveh.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And upon, it's like, that I will break the Assyrian in my land, and upon my mountains tread him underfoot.
And upon my mountains, my government, tread him underfoot. Oh, it says tread him underfoot. You know what I'm thinking about in Baruch? What's that? Baruch.
Oh, fourth chapter.
4 and 25, I believe it is.
Somebody got that?
Get that.
This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Most High.
Which we have no choice. We have no choice. You can't get out of this. You can't put up the key sign. Go ahead.
It says, for thine
Most High, I need a break. Oh, no, what the hell are you talking about, bro? Get back in here. Jump back in hell, boy. Go ahead.
For thine enemy have persecuted thee.
Esau, and then the rest of the nations, but Esau is the head nation right now. Go ahead.
But shortly thou shalt see his destruction.
But shortly thou shalt see his destruction. Go ahead.
And shall tread upon his neck.
And so tread upon his neck.
No, it reminds me.
How can you break that down? We should go to a commentary on that. Go to Matt, what's his name? Henry Matthew, whatever his name is, and see what he got to say about that.
Dave Guzik.
Dave Guzik. What does Dave Guzik got to say about that? He sees some spurts.
Yeah, come.
He said, what are all those spurts? What are all those spurts, man? Where we at?
I got precepts.
Go ahead.
Psalms 58 and 10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked, so that a man shall say, verily there is a reward for the righteous. Verily he is a power that judgeth in the earth.
Damn. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Go ahead.
Again, Isaiah 14 and 25, it says, and upon my mountains tread him underfoot, then shall his yoke depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. This is the purpose that is purposed upon the whole earth, and this is the hand that is stretched out upon all the nations. For the Lord of hosts hath purposed, and who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out.
We couldn't do nothing against it, so how you gonna do something against it? And we his people. We are his beloved people. He put us through unholy hell.
Are we surely
What the Most High did was heinous. Go ahead.
For the Lord of hosts has purposed, and who shall disannul it?
It's all about the Most High, man. It's all about the Most High. So you know what you can do? The only thing you can do is give it up and turn it loose. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah.
And his hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back?
Who shall turn it back? He said he gonna put hooks in the jaws of Gog and Magog, man. He gonna pull out his mighty sword upon the nation, starting with Esau. Where we at? There's a whole lot of precepts floating in the air.
Somebody read Psalms 149 already?
Yeah, get that right quick. Somebody also give me Isaiah 24, verse 10.
I got Isaiah 24.
So let's read that now. Isaiah 24, verse 10 on down to the end.
Okay, Isaiah 24 and 10. It says, the city of confusion is broken down.
You all right, brother?
The city of...
You gotta go inside and take a break. Go ahead and take a break. Anybody gotta take a break, go ahead. It's cold. Some of y'all dressing a little bit light. Go ahead.
Isaiah 24 and 10. The city of confusion is broken down.
Hold these for a minute. You got an extra pair?
Yeah, constantly. They got fingers.
No, you don't have to tough it out if you don't have it, brother. Just go ahead. Go ahead and put the gloves on for a little bit. For the bit.
You could pull the thing back and have your fingers for the scriptures.
Isaiah 24 and
Good
10.
thing you can do because February is right around the corner. That's going to be the coldest month. You get some cayenne pepper powder and you put it on your socks.
Oh yeah.
Keep your feet. I mean, I never did that, but this year I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? This year I'm going to do it. I'm going to probably put some cayenne pepper in these gloves.
Just don't put it in your eyes.
Just don't put it.
Oh, no.
Stop the grab.
That's it. That's it.
Touch your eye, that's it.
You can be catching hell. Go ahead. Where we at?
Isaiah 24 and 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a cry for wine in the streets.
And wine represents answers, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Go ahead.
All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
The mirth of what land? America. Babylon the Great. And it's going now. Hey, yeah, I be watching this guy named Jeremiah Babe. Guy with a bald, he got a bald head. He looks just like he looks like this guy Ortiz. This is the guy that fought in the UFC.
David.
Eddie Ortiz.
Oh, wait.
So, David Ortiz, I think his name is. But he looks just like him. And this guy, man, he's from out of California. I watch him every day. And he goes into how many stores got closed down, this happened. You know,
Retail apocalypse.
Retail apocalypse. Yep. And there's one video I did which was short on this Edomite, and I said go watch it. Not a lot of people watched it. This was like under 2 minutes, but you got to watch the video. The guy's like a guy that's an expert on banks and gold and shit. And he broke down what the banks are going to ultimately do. He said he's going to make you take a chip. But he didn't say it as a religious expert. He says it as a banking expert, man. So I don't even know if he knows that's in the scriptures. Go ahead.
Isaiah 24 and 12.
Everything's coming together, man. Everything's coming together. Go ahead.
In the city is left desolation.
And that's after the missiles drop. Go ahead.
And the gate is smitten with destruction.
The gate is your leadership. The government is smitten with destruction. Go ahead.
When thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be as the shaking of an olive tree,
Go ahead.
and as the gleaning grapes when the vintage is done.
Go ahead.
They shall lift up their voice. They shall sing for the majesty of the Lord. They shall cry aloud from the sea. That's the elect.
Yep, that's the elect. Yep. Well, you know what that goes
Being delivered.
with? That goes with Revelation 15. Revelation 15, the first.
Yeah.
Go to it real quick.
Sing the song of Moses.
Revelation 15.
Y'all want to get?
Revelation
Okay.
15, the first 2 verses.
I got it.
Go ahead. I think
Revelation
the 15
15 and
Go
1.
ahead. Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 15, verse 1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues. For in them is filled the wrath of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire.
What is that sea of glass? That's that ozone layer, which is invisible. You can't see it.
Right.
That crystal. And we're going to be up over it, the sea of glass, in them ships. And that's going to be, that's Psalms 91. And we're going to get beamed up. And we're going to look down at Hamashiach said he had a dream that the ship had a glass bottom. All you had to do was look down. And it says in Psalms 91, and behold the reward of the wicked. Only with thine eyes shalt thou see and behold the reward of the wicked.
Yeah. Hey, imagine that, man. Glass bottom ship.
That's style.
I mean, I don't know if that's going to be, but that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Oh, I could do that.
Because it says we're going to see it.
Yeah.
So either we're going to have a big widescreen TV or something like that, or something, but we're going to see it. We're going to actually, oh, wow, oh, ooh.
Like,
And then we're going to be praising the Lord. That's in Revelation 11 chapter.
Yeah.
It said the remnant was a fighter and gave praise unto the Lord.
Yeah, plus our whole bodies are going to be enhanced, our vision, our sight, because we're going to be changed.
yeah.
In the chariot, you ain't going to have these raggedy bodies that we have now.
Go ahead, go ahead.
It says,
These bodies are raggedy.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
That's why the Lord called us a
you-
goddamn
if you-
worm.
If you walking across the street and you stub your toe against the corner,
Man,
man, you're gonna be limping for the next
Hell
2
yeah.
weeks, man.
yeah, you get you know how you peel your nails sometimes and you go a little too deep.
Yeah, because I did that happen to me.
That
You
hurts,
get a
man.
hang,
That hurts for like a couple of days, man.
Yep.
Show you how weak this body
Yeah,
is.
this is a weak body. This is a
Squeak,
body.
weak.
Yep. Go ahead, read
it
on.
says, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast.
So we got the victory over the beast. Why did we get the victory over the beast? Because we did not take the microchip, which we've been trying to tell the rest of you knucklehead Israelites out there. I'm talking about you Hebrew Israelite groups out there. The mark of the beast is the chip.
Well, the elect ain't gonna take it. They can go ahead and take it. That just means they're not part of the
Yeah,
elect.
you go ahead and take the chip.
go ahead and take that
You got a scalpel in your back pocket and tweezers. You gonna here come the missiles when you pull out the chip. you gonna get man. Go ahead, man. Please.
It's a
Let me
revelation.
drink my juice. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 20, verse 4.
Go ahead
It
and
says,
take that shit.
and I saw thrones, and
Where
they
you
that
reading from?
Revelation.
Go ahead.
And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua.
That's them guillotines. Go ahead.
And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High.
And what are we doing that right now? We're being witnesses to this word. We're telling you that this word is truth. That the words in this book is true. And everything in this book is going to come to pass.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And which, it says, that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years.
Right. We lived and reigned with Yahushua for 1,000 years. That's the kingdom forever and ever. And it's going to be our kingdom. It's going to be the Most High's kingdom. Yahushua going to get what we going to get.
That's right.
Go ahead. All right, that was it. Where we at?
Oh, back in Isaiah 24. Isaiah 24 and 14. They shall lift up their voice. I know, I was just looking at that. Yeah. It proves they the devil, man. They ain't got no soul, man.
He ain't shaking shit.
They ain't shaking nothing, man. Like it's 80 degrees out here.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 24 and 14. They shall lift up their voice. They shall sing for the majesty of the Lord. They shall cry aloud from the sea. Wherefore glorify ye the Lord in the fires.
Will you read something?
Isaiah 24 and 15.
Good. Glorify ye the Lord in the fires. So the fires are the missiles. So when we see the missiles hit, somebody also goes, give me the sound that you gotta read that.
Oh, is that?
Read that the whole time. Go ahead, read on.
Wouldn't that link up with the remnant of Friday? And the remnant
I
of...
said that. Yes.
Yeah, cut.
You want to bring that out? You bring that out.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's how we're going to be horrified. Oh my goodness. When the missiles hit. And it's all going to happen, man. Why you think that out of all the groups out there, they demonize us the most? Because we giving you the truth. And they know that we have it.
Got it.
Go ahead.
Revelation 11 and 3. Well, I started Revelation 11.
You got to go down to about 8. Go down to about 8.
Okay. Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city,
Go ahead.
which spiritually is...
They ain't talking about Vatican City. You go lying around in Vatican City. Or you see a bunch of dead people lying around in Vatican City, man.
That don't make no damn
Come on, that
sense.
don't make no damn sense, man. And you can't fit an innumerable amount of Israelites in Vatican City. Vatican City is only 2 miles square.
Yeah, and
2 miles by 2 miles.
Yeah, and the clown that was teaching it, you don't even see that
Well,
clown
he,
no more.
because he
retired.
was a man of the Lord. Bunch of Jew, book of Jew.
He retired. Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. And they of the people and the kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half.
That means that the leader of these nations, they have secret meetings, and they know that we're the Israelites. The Rothschilds know that we're the Israelites. And they know what's going to happen to them. Go ahead.
And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies.
Somebody give me Lamentation, what is it? Lamentation 2:15, I believe?
Yeah, come.
It said they clapped, and behind closed doors, they clapped. Yeah, the Most High finally took these people down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but guess what? Now the Most High is raising us back
Raising
up,
us up.
and He gonna bring your ass down.
Yeah. Somebody got it? Lamentations 2.
This is Lamentations 2, verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty?
Yeah, because they see us in this degraded state that we in, and they say, oh, these great people. And that's why it's going to be said in Isaiah the 14th chapter, is this the man that made them? But they're going to see Esau in his monkey ass.
Yeah.
It says, the joy of the earth.
Joy of the heart. When the righteous are in authority, what? People rejoice. Yeah, the patience and the patience. Go ahead. Where we at? Let's go.
Let's go. Keep it going.
Go ahead. Psalm 91 from the top.
Psalm chapter 91, verse 1.
And I meet you back.
It says,
Going through 111.
he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power.
Why you think we out here on the highways and the byways? And it's cold as hell. And it's going to get colder. Come February. Go ahead.
I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noise and pestilence.
The noise and pestilence are the missiles. Somebody go right quick to 2 Peter 3:10. Heaven shall pass away with a great noise.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
That's the noise. Let's read that again in Psalms.
Psalms 91, verse 3. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the presence, and from the noise and pestilence.
The noise and pestilence, which are the missiles. Go ahead.
Because
the missiles are not just going to bring a lot of fire, it's going to bring a lot of noise. People are going to go deaf before they get burnt up. Go ahead.
And from the noise and pestilence.
No filming, man.
No filming.
No filming.
No filming, man.
No filming, bro.
We don't want you to film.
No filming, man.
Okay, I turn off.
All right, thank you.
Can you explain to me what is it?
You know what? Don't take it the wrong way, but no, I know. But you know what? A lot of people come around and take pictures and stuff. And,
It looks interesting, so I'm asking.
Okay. Well, in a night, I can see you from France, right?
Friend.
You was out? No. I just hear it in your voice. You were down with the you know about the riots going on. What's happening over there?
La grève with the train, no train. Les gilets jaunes. Yes.
Right, the
yellow vest. Yeah.
They're doing that because of what? Because of money.
Economy.
That's everywhere.
Yeah.
That's everywhere.
Yeah.
You see, so
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do, man.
So
You know?
it's
And
also
sorry
for the
about that, man.
economy?
Sorry for yelling
For
at
what?
you.
For what?
Because you filmed me. I'm
You
sorry.
didn't
I
yell.
yelled.
You asked kindly no video.
Okay. All right.
So
all
wait,
right,
so
brother.
this is also economic protest.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be no.
Yeah.
This is about the Bible.
The Bible.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is just about the Bible.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with economics.
So this is spreading the Bible.
Spreading the Bible. Yep. These are
So
the 12 tribes of
prophecies.
Israel.
So you are from Israel?
No, we're
Israelis?
originally we're from Israel.
Okay.
The original people of Israel are so-called black people.
Okay.
They came over here to America to serve slavery.
Okay.
That's it. The people over there in Israel today are not the real people.
Right.
Although some of them are, you know.
So where they are from?
Those people that are over there now,
Yeah.
they're from East Mount Seir, the Edomites.
Edomites, yeah.
The
You
Edomites.
ever heard
Where-
Edom?
Yeah,
You ever heard the
if
term
you read
Edom?
the Bible, you read the story of Jacob and Esau.
Okay, yeah.
Those are the people of Esau.
Right.
Ah, the brother of Jacob, Jacob.
Yes.
There you
See,
go.
you
Okay,
know,
okay.
yes,
You got
yeah.
it. You got it.
And
that's
those
all-
are the 12 tribes.
And those are the 12 tribes. Yep.
Okay.
That's
Today.
the days to the names today over here.
Yep.
What is this? Where
That's
they're
a-
from actually?
Yeah, the names today.
Yeah, that's what they
Oh,
call
okay,
today.
okay,
Yep.
okay. I see.
Yeah.
And it's like in the same line. So you say
Right.
Negroes,
Negroes are Judah.
Judah,
Yep,
yeah,
yep,
West
yep.
Indians,
Yep, yep.
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, you ever read the Bible?
Some of it.
Yeah. Well, you gotta. You know why a lot of people don't read the Bible? Because it's hard to understand.
It's very long.
Well, I mean, the way you read the Bible is you jump from here, then jump from there, precept upon precept. You know?
It's like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That's it, man.
Good luck.
All right, brother.
All right,
All right,
take care.
man.
Take it easy.
Okay,
All
my
the,
friend.
all the best for you.
All right.
Au revoir.
Ciao.
Okay.
Au revoir.
Au
Okay.
revoir.
Take care, my
All
friend.
right.
Go ahead.
Psalms 91.
Hey, you know the tourists, they figure they
Yeah,
can take.
yeah.
So I kind of yelled at him, but hey, fuck it, man.
He didn't know.
He didn't know, you know.
Now he knows.
Yeah.
You see, the Israelites don't be filming, man. This ain't France, man.
Psalms 91 and 3, it says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler.
Now the man came up, right? He asked questions.
Right.
We said that we are the real Jews. Well, who are the people over there? We said that they're Edomites. And I said not all of them, because some of them so-called white Jews are actually Israelites.
Right.
Some of them are our brothers, man.
Well,
You
we
know what I'm
always
saying?
say,
It talks about the wheat and the tear growing together.
Together, yeah.
So we can't do nothing to them. The most I got to do it through the angels.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
All
what.
we can do is tell you the truth, man.
Yep.
even in Brooklyn right now, you got that so-called Jew. He be rapping like a so-called Jamaican.
Well, he could be a J.
He
I
could
wouldn't
a
be.
J.
I wouldn't be surprised if
he
he's
was
a
a
J.
J. What's his name again? He's like, yeah, he got a couple
Yeah, he
of hits.
sounds just like a Benjaminite
Yep.
singer. He sounds just like a Benjaminite.
He ride the rhythm and everything.
He skanks and all that.
He
man.
rides the rhythm.
Hey, if you can ride the
But he
rhythm,
wears the Hasidim. He
Yeah,
wears Hasidim.
the Hasidic garb.
Garb. Yep.
Con.
But brother Jake, man, he be rocking, man.
he be
He
rocking.
be rocking. So, hey, I could say, well, that guy. Oh, another. This one. She died at 27. From England.
Oh,
Amy
Winehouse.
Amy
Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be a so-called Jew. She ain't no so-called Jew. That's an Israelite. And her father looked like a regular Edomite so-called Jew.
Yeah.
Her father is an Israelite, man. In my estimation, man.
Con.
Because that woman had flavor. You can't fake that, man.
She had
What's this other chick? Barbara Streisand.
Oh, yeah,
I
Barbra
wouldn't be
Streisand.
surprised
Yeah,
if
yeah.
she's a J.
Funny girl.
Funny girl. She sing her ass off, man.
Yeah.
You know?
She's a so-called Jew, right?
She's supposed to be a so-called Jew, but
you-
she sing like a
Oh, hell yeah.
Jewish woman, man.
She did duets with Donna Summer. They did that. They had that one hit song. What was that? Late '70s. I forgot the name of it.
Well, she's been around for years, man.
Yeah, Barbara Streisand.
Barbara Streisand. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's a J, you know. And see, you got to tell people that. You got to tell them the truth, man.
The whole
Yep.
spectrum.
You can't be like this guy, Dark King Duck.
Yeah, that
Yeah, if it looked like
If he look
it
white,
look
he
like
white. Well, you're a clown, man.
yeah. He
That's why
was,
the most I took your ass at you.
yeah.
yeah, you got to give them the whole picture.
Hey, remember the brother brought it. He's in his deathbed. I said, yeah, praise the Most High.
Yeah.
He was a liar too.
Hey, now
Oh,
he's good.
he was
He's a
demon.
big-time
He was a
liar.
demon, man.
He
I
got
wanna
caught in a
dress-
big lie and tried to weasel out of it.
I wanna
The
dress-
whole congregation saw him lie,
Yeah.
right? You were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we can't be. Hey, this unity thing. Well, let's just all get together. Unity and
Seen it before.
Masara, Allah. Man,
Yeah.
you know what, man? The first thing they do, they gonna kick a look, man. Give me the mic. GMS, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
You can
Because that's
kindly
what they
go
did
home.
hey, back then, right?
The Cornelius
hey,
Council.
The Cornelius thing, man.
They kicked
They
us
kicked us out.
Well, a fight
Hey, well,
almost
it says-
broke out.
Yep. Well, it started by Ricard. Ricard broke the door and
Yeah, he
shit.
kicked the
He
door.
wanted to fight him. He got goddamn body.
Yeah.
And said they shall deliver you to their synagogues, man.
Oh, yeah.
And them same guys that kicked us out from saying that Cornelius is an Israelite are now teaching that Cornelius is an Israelite.
Yeah,
So
ain't that
how
something?
about that, man?
No
How
apologies, no nothing.
Irony.
The irony.
Cats ain't got no integrity.
No,
man.
No integrity.
No character,
No
no
integrity,
integrity.
man.
Just a bunch of niggas.
They don't even talk about it. You know.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is Acts chapter 20, verse 27. For I have not shunned to declare unto you
Woo!
all the counsel of Yahweh.
Oh.
Woo!
That's us.
Every nook and cranny.
Yeah. They started laughing at us when we were talking about, the coming of martial law back in
Concentration
what,
camps.
2007, 2008. We were the butt of everyone's joke. Now, them other camps are starting to teach that now.
Yep.
They're starting to teach about
Yeah, because Esau got to do something, man.
Yeah.
Esau got to do something. Because hey, when that economy, all these different governments around the world are rioting, and it's all over the economy, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're raising up their debt. One place, where was it, man? I don't know if it was Venezuela. One place, they said the bus, to travel on the train or the bus, they said overnight the price is double. So can you imagine you paying what? When you go on the train in New York City, you're paying what, $3, $2.75, whatever it is. Can you imagine the Monday morning prices, the prices have doubled. It's now $6. Man, motherfuckers are gonna lose it, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know?
A lot of
the
people
food
on
prices
budget.
going up. You know,
Yep.
less jobs. Hey, like Joe Salenti always say, he said when they lose,
When people have nothing to
when
lose.
people have nothing to lose, they lose it.
Yeah.
You know?
I just used that today, Lord, in a lesson I did earlier.
Okay. Yeah,
That's why
when
I
people
kinda
have nothing to
remember.
lose, they lose it. And that's what's going on all around the world. That the MSM, which is the mainstream media, is not showing you. Because eventually it's gonna come over here any goddamn way, man.
Yep.
And the reason why you have those riot police is because they're the only ones that's getting a check. They said, man, I'm gonna be out there. I gotta keep the government up, keep hope alive,
Yep.
so I can keep getting my check. And a lot of them in France are committing suicide, man. Them cops, because they gotta work double shifts. And anytime they put their uniform on, they're getting Molotov cocktails thrown at their ass, getting beat up. You know?
It's not jiggy anymore.
So they're like, man, I can't deal with this shit no more. I'm gonna end it.
Who's reading?
Too much stress.
Go ahead.
It says, from the noise and pestilence, he shall cover thee with feathers, and under his wings shall thy trust. His truth.
The feathers represent the UFOs, the ships. Go ahead.
He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shall thy trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day.
The terror by night is what? When the missiles come, it's going to be a terror, right? Terror shall make them afraid on every side and drive them to the feet. Matter of fact, give me that. We ain't brought that out in a while. What is that? Job
18, 11.
10? 18 and 10.
Went around there.
This is Job chapter 18.
Blow the dust off that scripture. Go ahead.
Verse 11. It says, terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet.
Now, terrorist is not, the terrorist is talking about, if there's a meteorite coming to the earth, that's a terror. You know, if there's a flood that floods everything out, that's a terror. You know, you're terrified of it, man. The Apostle Paul said, knowing the terrors of the Lord, we therefore persuade men. You know, now I looked that word up, knowing the terrors, and that word goes back to the Greek word phabo, which means fear, or phobia, but a fear that, like if you seen like a lion escape from the zoo, he's coming at your ass, you're terrified.
Yeah.
That's the terror that you're supposed to have for the Most High. Like if you don't do this work, woe is unto me that does not do the will of the Most High, that does not preach the gospel. You know? Where we at? Yeah, give me more.
Verse 12, Job 18 and 12. His strength shall be hunger bitten,
Whose strength? Esau's strength. Go ahead.
and destruction shall be ready at his side.
And destruction shall be ready at his side. What is the destruction? The main destruction is the missiles, man. Go ahead.
It shall devour the strength of his skin,
It shall devour the strength of his covering. Go ahead.
even the firstborn of death shall devour his
Who's
strength.
the firstborn of death? Anybody, Yahushua. Yep. Go ahead.
His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle.
He's gonna be depressed.
Just like Antiochus, when
That's it.
his
That's
confidence
it.
was rooted out.
That's it. His confidence was rooted out, man. Go ahead.
And it shall bring him to the king of terror.
Who's the king of terror?
Yahushua.
Yahushua. He's coming in that big ship that looked like a mountain.
Dang.
Go ahead. Is there more?
It says, it shall dwell in his tabernacle.
It shall dwell in his tabernacle. It shall enter into the house of the thief.
Yeah, Khan.
Go ahead.
Because it is none of his.
Because it is none of his.
That's right.
You stole it, man.
There's another scripture that says it shall go ill with the wicked.
It shall go ill with the wicked.
Khan. I got a quick precept. Job 5
Those are the
and
heinous things that you done.
Khan. Job 5:19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 troubles shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
Go ahead, read on.
At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh,
Go ahead, read on.
neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Go ahead, read on. Is there more?
For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field,
Go ahead.
and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee.
Move. Go ahead.
And thou shalt know that my tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation and shalt not sin. Thou shalt.
That's a new covenant. That's the kingdom.
Khan,
That's the
Khan,
kingdom.
that's right.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt know also that thy seed shall be great,
Woo! That's the kingdom. Go ahead.
and thine offspring as the grass of the earth.
Oh. Now, read that again.
Khan, thou shalt
You know
know.
what I want? Go right quick to Isaiah 60. Go ahead.
Thou shalt know also that thy seed shall be great, and thine offspring as the grass of the earth.
The grass of the earth.
Isaiah 60 and 22, is it? 21, 22?
Go ahead and bring it on out.
Isaiah chapter 60, verse 22. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation.
So that's talking about the king. So how you gonna have a little one, an insignificant guy, become a strong nation, or shall become 1,000? It really means thousands. How you gonna do that? By having sex, right?
Yep.
And can you do that with one woman? You're gonna wear that woman out.
Yep.
So you're gonna have thousands of women, and you're gonna have concubines from the other nations too. And guess what? You're gonna have babies with them too.
That makes sense.
I did a video on that.
They're still your seed.
Yep, they're still your seed, man.
Yeah, you don't have to have both
You had a
parents.
lot of. I was reading about Bethuel with Milcah. He had Rebecca. He had Laban.
Yeah.
He had a bunch of seeds, and then he had seeds with his concubines.
Yeah, you read it, Huz and Buzz.
Huh?
You read it, Huz and Buzz.
Oh yeah, Huz and Buzz. Yeah, Huz and Buzz. Oh, yeah. But those are
listening to it this
those
morning.
are Hebrews. Those are Hebrews,
yeah,
man. You know.
Huz and
Yeah,
Buzz.
Huz and Buzz. Yeah. And then even Abraham had seed with concubines, man. Abraham, Sarah's handmaiden was of another nation.
Yep. Hagar, yeah.
And then Keturah, then he had another woman that he had sons with. So Abraham had a lot of sons by women of different nations.
Yeah.
It says,
Solomon's mother was an Ammonite. So he ain't gonna be a king. Well, your mother's you a half-breed. For some stupid idiot talking about you a half. Ain't no such thing as no fucking half-breed, man. The word half-breed is not in the scriptures, man. You are what your father is. Go ahead, let's read on.
it says, Yahweh will hasten it in his time.
So it's the Most High's time. So we in the Most High's time. Go ahead. All right, where we at? We got back to Psalm 91.
Psalms chapter 91, verse 4 again. It says, 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night.
So it's going to be daytime, pursuant to the scriptures. This is going to have to happen in daytime, right? But the missile's going to make everything go black. All right, it's going to cover the skies.
Oh, I got the precept.
All right. Where it says the sun shall not shine, not give her shining, shall not show her light. That's the missiles covering the heavens. So it's going to be daytime. We believe it's going to be daytime, but the scriptures bear that out. But there's going to be a day where everything is cool. Say again.
2024. Remember, this calendar is
Oh yeah, it's way off. It's way off. Oh yeah, it's way off.
I got a quick precept to back you up. Zephaniah 1 and 14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near.
Now you notice I didn't argue, but I just went. You was right. Whether it's 2024 or not,
Right.
the count is way
off.
the hell off. No, that was a woman, by the way, Israelite woman. She said the count is 2024, which it could be. It could be, you know.
Zephaniah 1 and
Because
14.
you got to understand, Esau deals with 365 days a year. Then you got a leap year, every 4 years.
Yeah.
You got 31 days, and then you got 29 days. Sometimes 28 days, and sometimes 30 days. So that's all.
Everything's off.
All everything's off.
Was Psalm 82?
Yep. There you go.
Yeah. He shall think to change times and laws.
That's another one.
That's another one. Daniel. Yep.
The foundation of the earth is out of course.
So when she said that, I didn't get mad at her. I said, yeah.
Surely you're turning some things upside down.
And there's really no way you can really prove what year we're really in. There's really no way you can prove it, man.
That's right. Yeah. What was it back in Pope Gregory? He extended the month for 11 days.
The
16 something.
The Gregorian calendar, as Lahad would say, the Gregorian calendar.
Yeah.
The Gregorian calendar was way the hell. I'm sorry.
It's Julian.
It was a Julian calendar.
Okay.
Was off by years.
Okay.
I mean, it was way off. So Pope Gregory had to bring it into some type of order, and he couldn't bring it back in order.
Yeah.
You know, because how many years have been lost? 20 years, 30 years, 50 years?
Yep.
How many years have been lost? You remember, based upon the new moon is not even 30 days. It's 29.53 days. And Esau's year is 365. So everything's way the hell off.
Yeah. This is to back you up with the darkness of the days.
Go ahead.
Zephaniah 1 and 14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
The mighty man, who's the mighty man? Esau.
Fine.
Through his military might.
Fine.
Go ahead.
That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and
The same
desolation.
day that we've been talking about over, whether it's in Revelation, whether it's in Isaiah, whether it's in Jeremiah, wherever you go, it's the same word spoken over and over again, but spoken a little bit differently.
Yep. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and
Were you reading
gloominess.
that?
Zephaniah 1 and 15.
That's a good one. Go ahead.
That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. That's pretty much it. That's
The high
point.
towers are these skyscrapers. Go ahead.
That's the point.
Back to Psalms 91, verse 5 again. Thou should not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Okay, so it says nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, right? Hold that, and somebody give me Revelation 18, verse 4, and then go to Zechariah 14, verse 12.
This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
And you know what that's talking about? That's talking about when the angels come down, they're gonna hear a shout, come out of my people, and the elect is gonna be beamed up into them ships, and then the missiles are gonna come. All right, so go ahead. That's it?
It says,
Go ahead, read on, I'm sorry.
It says, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
And that ye receive not of her plagues. Read that again.
Revelation 18 and 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
And her one that main sin that you're gonna commit, that's gonna get you destroyed is the mark of the beast. Is his microchip. Go ahead.
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
Go ahead.
Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushai have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. in the cup which she hath filled to her double.
Okay, that's it. What does it say? Mine fails me. For a plague shall come in 1 hour, death, mourning, destruction. That's in the same.
Revelation.
Yeah, verse 8.
Yeah.
It's okay,
Revelation,
good. I knew it. Hey, I knew it.
This is Revelation 18 and 8.
Go ahead.
It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine.
So that's the plague in the 4th verse. That ye be not partakers of a sin. The last sin is that chip. You take that chip, that's it. That's your ass. Go ahead.
And she shall be utterly burned with fire.
The she is Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon. Go ahead.
For strong is the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai who judgeth her.
Go ahead.
Verse 9, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and
China
lament.
became rich because of America. Because America is the biggest consumer country, government, or country in the world. They were saying, this guy Jeremiah Bay was saying that there's people, and somebody else said that there's people with credit cards that are paying off their credit cards from shopping back in 2018. Here it is 2020. And you get a credit card, man, then they have these credit card, programs where they can fix your credit. You know how they fixing your credit? So you go back and get more credit, and you can blow that credit.
Yeah.
You know, a month before Christmas, they send you a letter saying, "Oh, we gave you an extra $5,000 on your credit," because credit is made from thin air, and they get paid by what? By the interest. You know,
Usually, the borrower is servant to the
the
lender.
borrower is serving to the lender. All right, go ahead. Where we at?
It says, Revelation 18 and 9, and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
That's from the missiles. Now we can go back to Psalm 91.
Go
Go ahead. We got presets. Bring it on
Zechariah
out.
14 and
For you
12.
new people that are watching us, we going a little bit fast, so you know you gotta
Zechariah
watch this video a couple of times
Con,
and get your pens and your papers out.
should be writing those scriptures.
Write
down.
them scriptures down. Write it down. Go ahead.
Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Yeah. And they showed you that in the movie Terminator
Judgment Day.
Part 2, Judgment Day. Terminator 2.
Con.
You know? Where Sarah Connor,
Yeah.
she grabbed onto she saw the little
She
kids
looks like
playing.
hell now.
Oh, that part, the little kids playing and getting burned up along with her when she was holding on to the fence. What scripture should come to your mind?
Zechariah 14:12.
Zechariah 14:12. Another one is Isaiah 13.
Isaiah 13.
They shall not have regard for the little
Oh,
ones. Matter of
yeah,
fact,
yeah,
give me that. Matter of fact, whole Isaiah 13, we're gonna read that whole chapter 2. Let's finish reading this.
Can I read this real quick,
Give me the
Apostle?
precepts. Go ahead.
Revelation-
Grab the precepts, bring them out. Go ahead.
Revelation 9:14, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men.
Third part of men represent Esau, sons of the wicked, sons of the Most High, and sons of men. So this destruction is for the total destruction and annihilation of the Edomites, of the Edomite nation. Remember Jose? What's his name? G.I. Jose.
G.I. Jose.
Of the Edomite nation.
Of the Edomite nation.
Hey, go ahead. Where we at?
Psalms.
Go ahead, back to Psalms. Go ahead.
Psalms 91, verse 6, it says, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand.
So we're gonna be up in them ships, and we're gonna look down, and we're gonna see on one side. You're gonna see a bunch of people getting roasted. Then you're gonna look on the other side, and you're gonna see a bunch of 1,000 people getting roasted. And then you're gonna, it's gonna be like fireworks, man. And then the smoke and the fire is gonna come up, and it's almost you're gonna be, oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, look at that motherfucker running, man.
Toasty.
Oh, that look like Element, man. He running, man. He getting up, man. Oh, Look at Nazariah. Oh my goodness, he already doing backflips. They all. Go ahead.
1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
Why? Because we're gonna be in the ships. We're gonna be looking down at the shalom, brother. We're gonna be looking down at the destruction, man. And the brother gave me the peace sign. So I said, shalom.
Only with thine eyes.
Only with thine eyes. Go ahead.
Shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
And that right there proves that Israelites are wicked too. Because Israelites gonna get destroyed because they the wicked. You know? They're a different kind of wicked.
Oh yeah, Yahweh said he shall cut them asunder and give them their portion with the hypocrites. You know, the fake Israelites. The ones that Yahweh is going to say, depart from me, I never knew you. Ye that, you know.
Yeah, because you got to put in work, man. You know, like we do.
Ye that work iniquity.
Hand is cold in the witch's tit. But guess what? It's going to get even colder. It's going to get that brutal cold, man. That cold where you see me disappear for like 5 minutes. See, it ain't that cold. You don't know when it's cold when you see me disappear. Where's the water at? He been going for the last 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm drinking some hot cocoa, man. Warming up. Go ahead.
That cold that make you cuss.
Cold that make you cuss. Hey, all praises to them brothers out there in GMS in Chicago. Or any camp out there in Chicago, man.
Yeah, Milwaukee.
That's that. But you know, you build a tough skin. You build a tough skin, man.
I know.
There's motherfuckers from the islands. They come up here and it's cold like that. They like, God damn, man.
Nah, they can't.
We used to this, man. We used to this. You build a tough skin.
Yeah.
You see?
The mitochondria.
Cats in the islands, man. They don't want to mess with this.
Oh, they take them years.
You don't want to mess with this.
Take them another generation. They sons get used to it, man.
Yeah.
Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
Go ahead.
Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation.
Habitation, we live in this.
Yeah.
You know the saying, we live for this? Well, we live for this. That we have made the Most High our habitation through this book. Lo, I come in the volume of the book that is spoken of me. Go ahead.
There shall no evil befall
And that's why
thee.
a lot of times if you're in the car and you're doing a GMS in transit or whatever you do, a lot of times you don't have to pull over and pull out a scripture. You can just quote the scripture.
Yeah,
and I do that a lot of times, right? But you got some guys, they'll read the brother in Chicago.
Oh yeah, while
He
they're
be
driving.
reading the scripture while he's driving, man.
Yeah, Shabbat.
He's making a turn, he reading the scripture. I said, brother, just quote the scripture, man. Just quote it.
That's Reuben.
Or pull over. I did one video where I pulled over and I started reading scripture. Go ahead.
Reuben's a special kind of tribe.
Oh yeah.
Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels a charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon.
And even our Lord used that against Satan, you know.
Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shall thy trample under feet.
That's what young lion and dragon represent the nation, Esau, and the nation. Go ahead.
Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name.
Now, what people on the earth is doing what we're doing, and not just us, the other camps too. We give Sabak credit. Name some brothers that are out there that's not even in GMS that are doing the thing.
Even Sakari.
Sakari, they doing their thing. Big Brother Almighty.
ISUPK.
Yeah, they doing their thing. Yeah.
I don't know if they're out there in the super cold.
Well, they get out there in the winter too.
Yeah.
When it gets
too choice cold. Weather. It's gonna be choice weather.
When you got Nate out there in Africa, you know, he's teaching. You know, we give these guys credit, man, because they're out there, you know, doing the work. You know, they might not have 100% truth. You know, they never say that. They can never say that, man. Not one of them groups can say we got 100% truth. But guess what? You can get 100% truth if you would only watch Great Millstone. Okay?
That's right.
So where we at?
Well,
You still more?
yeah.
Go ahead.
It says Psalms 91 and 12. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shall thy trample under feet. Two more verses.
Okay.
It says, because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high because he hath known my name.
Ooh. Keep pushing that name, Yahweh. Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. Keep pushing that vibration, man. Most I ain't gonna get mad at you if you keep praising his name. Go ahead.
I got a quick precept, Apostle.
Go ahead. Bring the
Precept. 2 Ezra 3 and 34. Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and there's also that dwell in the world. And so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel.
Woo! That's a good one. That's a good one. Right on time. Go ahead.
He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation.
Show him my salvation, meaning my talking about the Most High. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1. The burden of Babylon.
On the covers.
Yeah, very good.
Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the noble. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones from mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness.
Go ahead.
Noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
Yeah, the Most High mustereth the host of the battle. Go ahead.
They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Esau arrested Esau. I don't know what the hell they did.
It says, verse 6, how ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
Go ahead.
Therefore shall all hands be faint.
All hands in America shall be faint. You got a precept?
No, it's
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
And every man's heart shall melt.
We're getting ready to get out of here anyway. So it's just past 6 o'clock. Go ahead.
And they shall be afraid. Pain and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth.
Yeah, they're going to be in pain when they actually see the missiles and them ships. When they see, that's going to shock a lot of people, man.
Yep.
You know? Go ahead.
They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames.
Their faces shall be as flames. The face of something is also the facade of something. Right. All right? So it said their faces shall be as flames. Go ahead.
The elements shall melt with fervent heat.
The elements shall melt with fervent heat. Go ahead.
Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh cruel, both in wrath and fierce anger.
Go ahead.
To lay the land desolate.
The whole land. It says the scriptures speak about the whole land. The whole land is going to be laid desolate. Thus saith the Most High. Prophecies, all prophecies will be fulfilled. Go ahead.
And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Who's the sinners? Somebody get me Amos 9.
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Yeah, well, that's showing you that the sinners are the Israelites. 2/3 of our people are going to. What's the sin? That ye be not partakers of a sin, and ye be not partakers of the plagues, partakers of the plague. Go ahead.
Also taking that chip.
Well, that's the sin. That's
Big
the sin.
sin, yeah.
The lake of fire.
That's the lake of fire. Yep.
In Isaiah chapter 13, verse 10.
And you know what? If you're not in this truth, you're gonna take the chip anyway, because the Most High is not gonna give you the spirit to resist the chip. There's gonna be a spirit, a lion spirit that's gonna come to you and say that ain't the mark. He's gonna listen to GMS. Go ahead and take the chip. You're gonna be all right. And guess what? You're not gonna be all right, because the Most High is not a man that he should lie.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease.
I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. Go ahead.
And will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
Who's the terrible? It's talking about the military might of this system. Go ahead.
I will make a man more precious than gold.
Go ahead.
Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Go ahead.
Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place. In the wrath of Yahweh.
But what's the only thing that can shake the earth?
Missiles.
Them missiles.
The missiles.
Right,
Yep.
to and fro. And
Yep.
jungle.
In the wrath of Yahweh of hosts, in the day of his fierce anger.
You know what? They've been building missiles, I guess, since the 50s.
50s, yeah.
They always have new missile systems, and they deal with the most powerful missile is an ICBM missile, and then the Russian equivalent or the Chinese equivalent. But they rarely ever talk about it. You know what? Because it's dreadful to even think about that. Because what if those missiles are actually shot? There's a term called mutually assured destruction. That's why Trump would never attack with missiles Russia, because that's gonna kick off the Third World War.
Yep.
It's called a balance of power. But guess what? It's gonna happen anyway, man.
Yeah.
You know, what did the Most High say? He said he's gonna smack the
out of that bow, out of that right hand.
Right hand. Yep. He said he's gonna take Gog and Magog. He's gonna put hooks in their jaws and turn them back. Because now they have meetings. You know, there's plenty of meetings where Trump sat down with Putin, and Trump sat down with Xing Xin, whatever,
Right.
Moabite,
Khan.
Xing Jinping, whatever his name is. You know.
They are wearied in the multitude of thy counsels.
Yep.
You know?
And they all meet at the UN.
Khan.
So they do have some type of friendship. But guess what? The Most High is going to cause the Russians, the Chinese,
Yep.
the allies, the EU nations, the NATO nations, Trump is going to do something real nasty.
Yep.
And
Evil thoughts gonna come into the mind of Putin. You know,
That's it. Something's going to happen. We don't know what it is. We can't tell you what it is. That's why the scriptures say, watch as well as pray.
Yes.
All right? Go ahead.
And it shall be as the chased road.
Go ahead.
And as a sheep that no man taketh up.
What is a sheep that no man taketh up? A sheep that no man taketh up is a sheep that's all tore up. You're going to take that home and eat it.
Right.
So that's how Esau's going to be. That's how the land of Esau is going to be. It's going to be a sheep that no man taketh up. Go ahead.
Then shall every man turn to his own people.
Now you got a lot of people, because of the economy, they're going back to their lands. At one time they were doing good in America, but there's major companies, and a lot of companies are going out of business because of the internet, man. You know what people do now, especially middle class working people? Anywhere you go in your neighborhood, you live in the middle among the middle class people, working people. They always got doors. They always got boxes in front of their doors. Why? Because they're ordering shit off of the web. You know. Now you got the Amazon trucks all over the city.
Yeah.
You didn't see that a year ago. Go ahead.
And flee everyone into his own land.
Go ahead.
Everyone that is found shall be trust true. And
everyone that is found here in Babylon is going to be, if you don't get beamed up, you're going to get thrust through. Go ahead.
And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Jake, that's joined unto them. You got them women at the SBU. You know what the SBU is?
Yeah.
What's it called? Sugar Baby University. I did the video. They showed black women. They showed They laying with Esau for money to pay them college girls. Stay away from the college girls, man.
Yeah, they're filthy.
I used to deal with a college chick for years, and her mind was all fucked up. The college fucked her head up so much that she didn't even believe in the Most High no more.
Damn.
But then she started back believing in the Most High. Go ahead, Ak.
It says, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them.
The Medes, now,
They are 17.
the Medes are below Russia. If you got a world map,
13%.
you got Russia over here, which is no man's land. Back in the Roman Empire, ain't nobody was up there in Russia. That was no man's land. You know? Russia is pretty much a new country. It's no man's land that they decided to build on. But when you go to the map of Russia and you go right down to the south of it, you're going to run into the land of the Medes.
Yep.
That's why it's called the Medes. All right? Go ahead.
Which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
They're going to try to do a money deal with it. We're going to restore it with money. We're going to do a trade deal with you. And they're like, look, what you did, we're not taking that. We're just going to war. There's certain things that happen where they just make the decision to go to war. There's something that I believe Trump is going to do that's going to piss them off so much that they're going to say there's nothing that we can do to straighten this thing out. The only thing we have left is war. Go ahead.
Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces.
Go ahead.
And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb.
They're not going to care about little children because there's children, newborn babies, there's pregnant women. They ain't going to care. The Russians are not going to care. Go ahead.
Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms.
So we know that that's this daughter Babylon, America. Go ahead.
The beauty of the Chaldees' excellency.
Go ahead.
Shall be as when Yahweh Bashim Yahushai overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Go ahead.
It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it dwell in from generation to generation.
Go ahead.
Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there.
Yep.
And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in the desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged.
So this is coming, man. This is coming. Timetable I can give it. Hey, I'm hoping that it's this year. If not, it could be 2021. It could be the end of 2021. It could be the beginning of 2022. You know, but things are moving, man. It only been 3 weeks in this new year, and all kind of hell has been breaking loose, and it's gonna be intensified, man.
The first month.
This is the first month, man.
Yeah, like how Shah said, earthquakes in diverse places. Puerto Rico's still getting rough.
That's it.
Right now as we speak.
That's it.
And then, China, they said there's a pestle,
Oh yeah. It's called a coronavirus.
Yep. And
what they're saying is the airports in the States, they're checking them. They're like, if they see a Moabite in China, they're gonna check them. Yeah, you're gonna check them, man.
Yeah.
You know?
It's already
First
too
of all,
late.
you shouldn't allow no Chinese in this country at all, man.
Iran.
Point blank, period. You know? All right, go ahead. And then we're going to close on this.
This is Jeremiah 51, verse 11.
It's getting cold. Go ahead.
Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. Yahweh have raised up
Where
his...
you reading from? I'm sorry.
Jeremiah 51.
Good.
And 11.
Jeremiah 50 and Jeremiah 51, Jeremiah 49. Those are some of my favorite scriptures. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 51 and 11. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord have raised up the spirit of the king of the Medes. For his
Which are the
device...
Russians? Go ahead.
Go
ahead.
It says, for his device is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple.
Now, we know that didn't happen. You got these scholars that call themselves talking about that already happened. No, that did not happen, man. That did not happen. Now it was a Medo-Persian Empire that took down the ancient Babylonian Empire, but it was a surgical strike. They didn't burn nothing down. They killed the king and his lords, and they just took up shop in their kingdom. They
Yeah.
made that another province.
Yeah.
There was no great war that took place. All right. Anyway, with that, we're going to say shalom. I was going to say it's on to the next one.
On to the next one.
Shalom.
Next one.